All right, and here comes out the West Carrollton Pirates. And I believe the Lumberjacks are still in the locker room. While we wait for the Lumberjacks, the band is waiting for them to come out to the fight song. I think this is going to be an interesting game, wouldn't you think? I mean, we have two teams that, they didn't do great last season. One team 1-9, West Carrollton, and Oakwood 2-8. So, I mean, it seems like it's going to be a good matchup. I feel like this could be a fresh start for both teams.
I mean, yeah, I think it's definitely going to be close. Like you said, they both didn't have the greatest season last year, and they're both kind of looking for a fresh start. Obviously, West Carrollton is under new management, you could say, as they have a new head coach, and it might be a completely new look on both sides of the ball, offense and defense for them. So we'll just have to see in the debut for Coach Jarrell Freeman how he leads his team.
Absolutely. It's going to be an exciting one. And the band's going to kick it off here. And here comes the Oakwood Lumberjacks. Good energy from the crowd here. Oakwood's excited. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun one. I mean, two teams that it's going to be a competitive game. I mean, we'll see what happens, but we have some veterans on Oakwood. We also have some good veterans on the West Carrollton side. But the head coach for Oakwood, Jay Lane, it's his second year as head coach. So he's still a little bit new, and same with the West Carrollton coach, he's his first year, so they still don't have much experience.
Right, it's kind of a fresh look for both teams, and I mean, compared to last year, obviously, new head coach is always going to be kind of a shaky start for a team. You never really know how it's going to look. Some of the vets might have a hard time adjusting to the new play style. So we'll just have to see how West Carrollton deals with it, and maybe Oakwood will look different this year. I mean, like you said, they had a new head coach last year. This is only year 2 for him, and we'll have to see if anything's different.
So do you guys want to make any predictions on who's going to come out victorious? Lewis, let's start with you.
Yeah. I'm going to think Oakwood's going to come up top here. I mean, I think that they're a little bit more of a well-rounded team. I think they have a better offense, more explosive receivers. Michael Wasty, the key guy. I mean, he was 3rd in swivel for yards, and he's going to be dominant. So I think the score is going to be 28-10, Oakwood.
Oliver?
Yeah, I completely agree with that prediction. I mean, I think, obviously, like we said before, it's going to be a close matchup. They're both evenly matched, both fresher head coaches, but I think the Lumberjacks are going to take this one. I think their offense is going to start to get a grip on the West Carrollton defense as the game progresses, and I'm going to say 21-10, Oakwood.
That's good.
I hadn't really had to decide it yet, but when I saw the Oakwood cheerleaders run out and not spell Jacks correctly, I'm going for the Pirates tonight.
I think I saw that too. I was like, am I reading it backward? Hopefully that's not a terrible sign.
I'll go 17-14.
All right.
A low-scoring defensive game as we get ready to kick off here. Week 1, brought to you by Jersey Mike's. You're going to have number 17, Lucas Romanowski, on to kick off for the Pirates, or for the Lumberjacks to the Pirates. Number 1, Marlo Wynn and Devin Bird. Number 2, back to return this one. Bird is tackled at about the...
And that's Javen Taylor on the return for West Carrollton right there. Not a bad return, about right out to the, 25 right there? 35?
Not bad from the Oakwood Lumberjacks on defense, though. It looked like it was going to be a lot worse.
So we'll have to see how West Carrollton looks on their first offensive possession and how the Lumberjack defense adjusts, because obviously new coach, you don't really know what you're looking at right here. So we'll see how West Carrollton handles the pressure right here.
Looks like you're going to have number 14, Bryden Isle, in there at quarterback. He's going to hand it off, and it will be maybe the line of scrimmage.
And he gets stopped by number 44, Grayson Helm, with a bunch of other Lumberjacks helping him out. And that's a tackle for loss.
And that's exactly the start you don't want to have if you're West Carrollton right
Yes.
here.
You guys have an extra paper? I think I lost mine.
So it'll be second and about 12 now here for the Pirates. Be another handoff there. It looks like it's going to go to Bird again.
Straight up the middle and wrapped up. This Oakwood defense is not falling for anything thus far.
Maybe got to the line of scrimmage.
The Oakwood D-line, they look like they know what they're doing, led by number 58, Finn McCarty, and the center, number 67, Sam Gettings. Finn is a 4-year varsity player, and he has a lot of experience with the Lumberjacks, so it's going to be tough to get by him.
All right, so you're going to see West Carrollton's going to come out here, going to go 3 to the top, 1 down here to the bottom. Going to go quick to the outside. It is hauled in and then dropped as he goes to the ground.
So not a bad looking first pass attempt for Connor Humerick, as he's the quarterback for the Pirates starting this game. But I mean, great coverage by the Lumberjack defense. Dropped it right in where it needed to be, and then just knocking that ball straight out of the receiver's hands.
Is West Carrollton going to go for it here? Okay. I was
Here
about to say,
comes
I'm all for trying to catch him off guard, but not 4th and 12.
on the first
Not even
possession.
to the 30.
Yeah. So, receiving the ball for the Oakwood Lumberjacks, number 4, Braden Devine, and number 9, Urban Coomer. They're both pretty fast guys. And it's going to go to number 9, Urban. And he waves it off at the 30, around the 35.
Fair caught there. Now we're going to see the Lumberjacks for the first time on offense tonight.
I guess I can talk about Zach Lutz, the quarterback, number 5. He has 894 passing yards last year, 5th in swivel. Now, an important thing about him is he got injured around week 5 against Eaton in a concussion. So he was out for a while. He came back towards the end of the season. So hopefully this will be a full year for Zach Lutz, and he's back.
Looks like you're going to have number 11, Brady Toby, in the backfield with him to his right. Receiver in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Devine. Maybe a pickup of 2 on the play.
It looks like the tackle was made by James Baker, a linebacker out of West Carrollton.
Now, I know I'm going to see a lot of passing from the Oakwood Lumberjacks this game. Zach Lutz has a very strong arm, and he averages about 149 passing yards per game. He has a cannon, and I'm going to expect that they're going to use their best receiver, Michael Wasty, 3rd and swivel with 625 yards.
Quick pass outlet to Taylor. Taylor has the first down. Taylor Moore across the 50, the 30, the 20, and finally tackled, looks like by number 8, Jamil Young, brought him down.
That's some great blocking by the Oakwood offense right there.
Absolutely. Number 7, Noah Taylor. He might be small, only standing at 5'7", 150 pounds, but he's the fastest guy on the Lumberjacks. I know that because I've talked to the players, and they say this guy's fast. So if he gets out, he's going to be going a long way.
And what you have to do right now if you're West Carrollton is not get rattled. I mean, they just had a huge play on the first defensive drive, and we'll just have to see if they can keep their cool right here.
Devine in motion, going to hand it off to Toby. And you said Wasty was 3rd in swivel. If he would have had his quarterback all year, he probably could have been a top.
Absolutely. The quarterback that came in for Zach Lutz, he was a senior, Jackson Toby. He didn't really have a bunch of quarterback experience. So, yeah, he wasn't the best. So Zach Lutz, he was very good when he was in. He went first 2 games of the season last year, they won both straight. And then week 3 was a little shaky, and then he went down. So obviously with a full season with Zach Lutz, this Oakwood team could be a very different team.
Going to be a quick pass. Ooh, what a pickup off the ground. Still breaks to the outside, and it is a touchdown for the Lumberjacks. I did not see who caught it.
Number 14, the man himself, Michael Wasty, with the touchdown. Explosive. Not the greatest pass from number 5, Zach Lutz, but Wasty with a good pickup there. You can see the athleticism reaching full extend, and he gets it. And now number 17, Lucas Quintero-Romanowski is going to kick it off for the extra point.
I mean, yeah, that was a really great job by Wasty to pick it up off the ground right there.
Yeah.
Great athleticism shown.
Extra point is up, and I think that is wide left.
I think I didn't see a great hold from, or not a great snap from Sam Gettings. Not a great hold from Zach Lutz there.
And that whole right side didn't block anybody.
Right.
So, I mean, the pressure got there, and that rushes the kick a little bit. So you might see Oakwood going for 2 next touchdown to try to keep the 7s on the board.
But at the end of the day, a positive game for the Lumberjacks. They're up 6-0. If they keep this up, this could be a high-scoring game for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, and if you're coach, if you're Coach Darrell Freeman for the Pirates, what are you saying to your defense right now after you kind of you have the explosion and then stop them with a short gain on second down, but then following that is just a touchdown off sort of an error pass for Oakwood too, but just great athleticism shown by Wasty.
So I believe their second kicker, Connor Mackey, they're having a kicker battle here, number 19. So that's going to be a competitive kicker battle from Lucas Quintero-Romanowski and Connor Mackey, the second kicker. Connor Mackey was the starting kicker last year for the Lumberjacks, so he has a little bit of competition this year. And here goes the kick.
It's going to be Devin Bird receiving it for the Pirates.
There's a flag comes in.
Looks like he's going to be swallowed up near the 15.
Well, the Oakwood faithful showed out to this game today. A good, healthy crowd. I know I go to Oakwood, and I was in the building today, and everybody was really excited about the game. Good energy, and the community always likes to getting my words jumbled here.
Support?
Yeah, they like to support the Lumberjacks.
So now let's see if they have more of a passing attack on offense for the Pirates. Is Connor Hemrick. Not a bad incompletion per se, just great defense on the Oakwood side of things. So we'll see if they switch things up a little bit and how they run this offense.
That penalty was a block in the back on West Carrollton on the return, so that will back them up to about the 15. Back to pass, airing it out. A little bit of hand fighting and an interception.
Wow. I believe it was intercepted by number 11, Brady Toby. That's one of the top guys for Oakwood's on the defensive side. He plays safety. Actually, cool enough, I interviewed him before the game, and I asked Brady Toby, if your team were a movie, what would the title be? Adversity Yet Again. Brady just showed that with the interception. And the Oakwood Lumberjacks are at the 40, at their own 40.
I think if West Carrollton's player wasn't hand-checking with him, they could have been called for the pass interference, but both players hand-checking each other, and you got to let them play.
Yeah.
They're going out to the far side, and that is incomplete. Looked like miscommunication between the receiver and quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like just a little bit overthrown, and then like you said, Jared, a little bit of a miscommunication. Looks like they're talking it over right now, figuring it out how to come back better the next play.
I think Lutz is going to take a shot at this drive. Like I said, he has the arm, and I think they're going to go to number 9, Urban Coomer on the flag or the fade. And Lutz with the run and gets clobbered by the West Carrollton defense.
Ball comes
they have
out
the
late.
ball.
I think the whistle blew before.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to say he was down by contact right around the 47-yard line. Looks like that was Joseph Ingram on the West Carrollton side of things, taking down Lutz.
I know.
6'5" senior.
Yeah, I know Joseph Ingram very well. I actually announced a basketball game, and he was a beast in the paint for West Carrollton. So no surprise, he's here to show up for football on the defensive side for West Carrollton.
So a little defensive spark. Now a pass from Lutz is caught, and there's a flag on the play. And he's down just right outside the marker. As that pass was to Ivan Turek, 6-foot sophomore. So we'll see what this penalty is about.
It's against Oakwood.
And it's going to be a false start. So it looks like this play is going to come back about 5 yards.
Oh, the refs were delayed on throwing the false start.
Yeah.
Already some miscommunication on the O-line for the Oakwood Lumberjacks, I believe. Is that on the O-line? The false start? Yes. Like I said, 3 of their starting O-linemen going into week 1 are injured. So they're definitely going to need to
No, they're
fix
going to
it.
decline it because it's going to be 4th down now.
Wow.
So that's a smart decision there by the Pirates. Going to come in and make it. I mean, I'm not opposed to going for this. It's 4th and about 7, but your defense has come out strong. Throws it to the far side, incomplete. And West Carrollton will have their best starting field position all night.
Looks like it just left his hands a little bit funny, a little bit wrong. It was straight to the sideline, so a little bit of an off throw for Lutz right there.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a turnover on downs now. So we'll see if Connor Hemrick can come back from that interception off the first pass of their last offensive drive. And we'll see if they shake things up a little bit, try a couple of runs, maybe try a couple of shorter passes.
Yep. West Carrollton's going to need to change something to get in this game. I know it's very early, anything can happen, but you want to get a comfortable lead.
And if Oakwood's defense is playing like that, they're going to need to change a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because swallowed up right away, it looks like that was Marlowe Wynn.
And Ivan Turek, number 28, with the tackle. I believe the defensive end. A young sophomore coming into this year for the varsity team. He's an explosive guy. He's fast. Yeah, he might be a little bit undersized, but if Oakwood can use him right, he will be dangerous.
Official stop play here. Don't know why. Didn't see a player down or anything.
Yep. Looks like the officials discussed something for a little bit. Now, West Carrollton and Oakwood on their respected sides just huddling up, discussing the play. And we'll get back to action now.
And some clock issues.
Yep.
I mean, when the officials stopped clock, they ran like an extra 10 seconds off the clock, so.
Oh, boy.
I always hate to see a delay like that, especially if you're in Oakwood's position right now. You just had a pretty good stop off a first down. But then if you're West Carrollton right here, it gives you a chance to regroup and potentially figure out how to draw a perfect play for this next possession and maybe push this drive a little bit further to put some points on the board.
I absolutely agree. Obviously, the run game is not working so well. So I feel like the quarterback's going to have to air it out. He's going to have to throw better passes because obviously, like we saw last drive, he threw an interception.
Right.
And obviously, if you keep doing that, you're not going to win this game. So the West Carrollton Pirates are going to need to figure something out.
So we'll see if Lewis is right here and if it's going to be a pass. And it is. Hemrick is rushed out. He passes down. And that is
hauled
caught for
in
a
there
first down.
by Kenyon Player.
So a nice looking pass right there for Hemrick.
And the West Carrollton sideline, they're getting hype. They pick up their first down of the game. They're moving those chains.
Yeah, really good pass right there by Humrick. Under pressure too from the left side, or excuse me, the right side. Had to escape to his left and then just found his man.
Back to pass again, going to throw it out of the backfield. That is hauled in by Player again, and he's pushed out of bounds. About a pickup of 2, maybe 3 on the play.
And Brady Toby's presence is shown again with a good hustle tackle.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be a big name in this game.
Yes.
He's got a big presence early already.
Brady Toby's his 3rd year on varsity. He's only a junior, so obviously he has experience at the varsity level for the Oakwood Lumberjacks.
So we'll see if West Carrollton can keep the momentum here. They're going to hand it off. It is to Javen Taylor. And there's a flag on the play as it looks like he's wrapped up a little bit either at the line or behind the line.
He lost the yard with the spot.
So Oakwood doing a great job defending the rush right now.
Right, nothing up the middle is working for the Pirates right now. You got to try and get outside of that and go around, maybe opening up a little more lanes to the outside. They're going to call holding, so that's going to make it even worse. It'll be 2nd and 18.
Yeah. So obviously we're going to see probably a pass from the West Carrollton Pirates. We'll see what the head coach has to design up here.
They're going to be split to the top, to the bottom. Be quick outlet pass. Behind the line to Player again. Player wrapped that from behind. Horse collar! West Carrollton fans on horse collar tackle. I don't think he got it.
No. Yep, unfortunately they're not going to get that.
There's a pickup of maybe 2 on the play.
Yep. Yeah, great pressure by Oakwood's defense right there. So we're looking at a long 3rd down. Obviously, if you're the Pirates, you're going to want to air it out, but you're going to be a little bit hesitant and cautious because you don't want to cause another turnover and then lead to another Oakwood score, as we saw the last time the ball was aired out. So we'll see what Jarrell Freeman tries to do here on 3rd down.
Humrick back to pass, throws it out, and is hauled in at the original line of scrimmage by number 6, Sultan Khalil.
And he gets tackled by number 4, Braden Devine, the corner. I mean, we've been seeing some good defense from the Oakwood Lumberjacks. You see them rallying to the ball. I mean, it's not just one body. You're seeing 5 Lumberjacks storm to the West Carrollton Pirates.
Oh yeah, they're all over it early.
You're going to have Devine and Coomer back, or Coomerer back to return this one. It's a high punt, not very deep, fair caught. Oakwood will start their 3rd possession here at about the 18.
Well, let's see what Oakwood has to cook up for this drive. I believe that we're going to see a good amount of running from the Lumberjacks. I don't think they need to air it out so much. You know, you don't want to risk that interception or possibly like a pick 6. So I think they're going to utilize Brady Toby, the running back.
Be a quick outlet pass to, I believe, was that Devine?
Yeah, I believe number 3, Braden Devine. Now Urban Coomer with the catch. A good gain for the Lumberjacks. They're going to gain about 9 yards on the play.
It's going to be a handout Devine on an end around, and he is hitting the backfield, and then a flag comes in.
That's a good-looking tackle right there by Devin Bird, but we'll have to see if this penalty comes back on him. It looks like it might be on Oakwood. So I think I saw a point in that direction.
2 minutes and 29 seconds to play in the first quarter. Like we said, we still got a lot of game left for both teams. You never know what happens. You never know.
And like you said before, definitely, if you're Oakwood, you want to be a little bit hesitant on the pass right here because you don't want to make a potentially crucial mistake early in the game. And like you said, deep in their own territory.
There was a holding penalty against the Lumberjacks, so it'll be 2nd and 11. Looking back to pass, evades the rush, and incomplete. Looked like it was intended. I cannot see the number.
Good pressure right there by Larry Mills on the Pirate side of things, making him force that ball out and fall incomplete. So we're looking at about a 3rd and 11 for Oakwood right here.
I think Oakwood's going to target either Michael Wasty or Urban Kumar. Possibly a deep ball or just an easy curl or hitch. We'll see what they'll have in store.
Back to pass, throws it out to the far side, and just a little bit too much air under that intended to number 4, Braden Devine. So West Carrollton's going to have decent starting field position here, probably in plus territory on their own side of the 50. As we've not seen Oakwood punt yet this evening, so it'll be number 17, Lucas Romanowski, out to punt for the Lumberjacks.
I interviewed Lucas Romanowski before the game. He said punting under pressure in a whole different game. And he says it starts in practice, so I go through the reps, and when I'm successful there, it carries over to the game. And we see a
nice
pretty solid punt.
high-end kick, taken down to one knee at the 40. So excellent starting field position there for the Pirates here, but this Oakwood defense is forced to turnover and 2 3-and-outs.
Yeah, I think so far the Oakwood defense has been the star of the show. I mean, they're preventing them from scoring and showing lots of pressure. Obviously, the pick that ended up leading to the Oakwood touchdown later on. And now 6-0 Lumberjacks. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left in the first quarter, but good field position. We'll see what West Carrollton can do, as it looks like we have a new quarterback out there for
It's going to be
the
handed
Pirates.
off to Bird on an end around, and he is met in the backfield by, looked like number 44 first, Grayson Ramirez Helm.
And number 28, Ivan Turek, I believe, was actually on the tackle. Like I said, a young sophomore. He's already making a couple of big plays for the Oakwood Lumberjacks, and he gets a tackle for loss for about 5 yards.
And already early making a quarterback change is West Carrollton, as out there now is Jason Fuller.
We have like 5 quarterbacks listed, so I guess we don't know which one we're going to get. You're going to see you could see all of them in week 1 just to know what you got.
Fuller is a 6-foot sophomore, so somewhat new under the lights, but we'll see how he can handle the pressure. He's going to pass right here, and he's taking a shot right away and overthrows his man. Looks like that was intended for Xavier Huxley, 6-foot junior.
I mean, West Carrollton, they have many different quarterbacks. This is on their second quarterback, but for both teams, both quarterbacks have been a little shaky. We've seen Zach Lutz. He hasn't been really giving good balls to his receivers. That one touchdown to Michael Wasty, that wasn't really a great pass. We saw Michael Wasty's athleticism on that one, helped him out a lot. So hopefully the quarterback game can go better from here.
And now Connor Humrick is back in for the Pirates. So we'll see what the season that can do as he takes a
Humrick
shot.
to the start, intended to number 0, Damian Yao. That is incomplete.
It's a little bit overthrown and out of bounds for Yao, but he did have his man beat. That could have been huge for the Pirates, but looking at 4th down now, it looks like they're going to look to punt.
It's going to be 4 back to punt here for the Pirates. High booming kick and a fair caught by, is that Kumar? Oakwood pinned back a little bit here again to start this next drive, just like the last one. So we'll see how they respond after going 3 and out that last time.
Yeah. Looking at Zach Lutzy last year, his pass completion rate was 62.4%, well above the national average. ESPN says it's 53.2%. We haven't really seen that from Zach so far, like I was saying before. I think maybe it's those first game jitters. He's not comfortable yet throwing the ball, so maybe that will progress during the game, but only time will tell.
Could be handoff up the middle. Tackled by Baker for the Pirates.
And if you're West Carrollton right now, your job is to prevent a crucial score before this quarter ends, and then you can regroup at the end of the quarter. And Jarrell Freeman can talk it over with his team, maybe get a new game plan. It's not going their way so far.
Incomplete, intended to number 7, Noah Taylor. I mean, really, outside of that first drive by Oakwood, West Carrollton's defense has shown up, not letting the big plays happen like they did on that first drive. They've been helped out with a couple of penalties by the Lumberjacks, but just unable to capitalize on the offensive side.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they're showing a lot of pressure on Lutz in the front line, and I think on the Oakwood side, it's going to be important to maybe step up the blocking a little bit, give Lutz some more time to pass, and then on the West Carrollton side, just not change a thing. Keep the pressure going and get to that quarterback.
Lutz back to pass, looking to air it to the middle of the field. It is hauled in by Taylor. He will have the first down and knocked out of bounds just past the 30.
And there's the Zach Lutz that we saw from last year. A great pass to number 7, Noah Taylor. Pretty much wide open. The O-line gave him good pass protection, and it was pretty easy for him to air that ball out.
And West Carrollton, or Oakwood, not in any line to get to the hurry, so they're going to go into the second quarter with a 6-0 lead in our MVCC game of the week for week number 1, presented by Jersey Mike's. Lewis, being the Oakwood resident, how would you say the Lumberjacks fared that first half?
I believe the Oakwood Lumberjacks, they've done all right on the first half. Obviously we've seen the defensive side. They're doing great. They're not really giving West Carrollton big plays. I believe only the West Carrollton Pirates have only gotten 1 first down. Now on the offensive side, it's been a little shaky. Yes, we just saw a great pass from Zach Lutz. So if he can keep that momentum going, the scoreboard could go up and up for the Oakwood Lumberjacks. And that's what I think.
I'm scoreboard watching. Marion Locals putting their 64-game win streak on the line against the South Adams Starfires.
Starfires. Haven't heard that one before.
So look and see Marion Local keep that win going. Their last game, the Division 6 or 7 state championship, they beat Hillsdale out of Jeromesville, Ohio, 74-0 in the Division 6 or 7 state championship last season. So I think Marion Local 2 wins off of tying a national record. So small farming community out up north Ohio. And Oakwood has the first down here as we start the second quarter. Going to be a quick handoff. First through that initial hit and then finally brought down, looks like by number 58 for the Pirates, Mason Hinch.
Yeah, and again, I mean, great job by the defense right there, West Carrollton, to wrap up that man right away and take him down.
Neither team really having the success up the middle with the runs tonight. to the outside. That is to number 8, Lucas Pierce.
So he's
And a
brought
flag.
down by Caden Grew right there, but there's a penalty on that play. And then it's going to come back for Oakwood again.
This is the last thing that the Lumberjacks need is these penalties. I mean, they've already gotten a lot of penalties early in this game. You know, when you have good plays like that, you don't want it to be taken back 5 yards.
And I think it's coming back on what you said earlier with the 3 starting linemen out. I believe that was a hold again, and I think it's just starting to bite them now.
Left back to pass. And gets brought down in the backfield, and that's going to be a face mask on West Carrollton.
Looks like that was Caleb Buckner to take him down right there. 6'2" sophomore. But like you said, Joe, it looks like they're going to get him for either a horse collar or a face mask. So, good spark right there initially, but and now they're going to pick up their flag and take that away. So it looks like they are going to keep the sack. So looks like that's the best play for West Carrollton thus far.
O-line is already having some early trouble. I mean, and like I said, those starters out, it's been hurting the Lumberjacks, so they need to pick it, get it together.
Lutz back to pass. Aaron it along the far sideline, checks back and forth. Incomplete. No flags on the play, and that is West Carrollton's best defensive stand so far this game.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, 100%. I think that sack really might have boosted the sideline morale a little bit and given them the momentum that they needed to get that extra stop on the last down, and now it's going to be a punt from Oakwood. And we'll have to see if West Carrollton can make anything happen on the offensive side now. The defense is putting it all out there, and we'll have to see if they can take it to the house.
Low snap, high kick, fair caught at about the 45.
Lucky Lucas Contreras got a good kick from that because that was not a great snap from Sam Gettings there.
Yeah,
he got it.
That one off the ground.
Yeah.
All right, so West Carrollton, back-to-back drives, defenses have forced 3 and outs. See if they can finally put something together here on the offensive side. Kind of reward that defense for their great effort so far.
Hemrick is back at quarterback for West Carrollton now.
And already some confusion looks like between the tight end and the running back. Who's going to go where? I think the quarterback thought he was going to hand it off. Going to turn around. Jump ball. Incomplete. Those tip drills are the ones you got to watch.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I believe it was that Kenyon player on the target. Yeah, player on the target. It hit him in the face mask, and he's unable to come down with it. Really disappointing for West Carrollton right there because that was one of the best balls from Hemrick this far.
Yeah, you got to come down with that. That would give West Carrollton great field advantage, and obviously now that's second down with no yards to gain.
Looks like you're going to have Javion Taylor behind him. It's going to be a high handoff to Taylor. Taylor across the 50, and West Carrollton's best run of the night. It's going to make it third and manageable here for the Pirates.
What do we think of West Carrollton's going to do on the offensive side right now?
I want to say I think they're going to try a short pass like a screen, but
I say feed it to Taylor again.
Right,
and
that's what I was.
see what you get and go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
They're going to give it
And
to Taylor,
that's-
and a
Oh!
fumble, and Humrick there to land on it. Should be West Carrollton ball.
And Taylor just got blasted by, was that Wasty on the defensive side of things?
Yes, I believe so. Michael Wasty, he's a presence both sides of the ball. He's fifth in swivel with 110 total tackles. I mean, he's a beast. And he's also very good at basketball, too. So,
Man, so Wasty is a heck of an athlete out here, obviously, as it's been shown. Forcing the fumble and the touchdown earlier in the game, I mean,
It was a low handoff, too, so I don't think Taylor got a full handle on it. And then just getting hit by Wosty immediately really put the ball on the ground.
looks like they're going to punt the ball here.
Fuller on the punt. Not as high as what he's been getting, but, West Carrollton whiffed on the first attempt. There's a big return to the outside across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at about the 42. And the punter saves the touchdown. Fuller with the tackle there.
Great return there from number 4, Braden Devine. And I asked him before the game, what do you think is the biggest key to winning tonight? And he said being mentally sharp and disciplined. I don't think the team we're playing is very disciplined, so if we stay locked in, we'll win.
Right now, 8:38 left here in the game, or in the first half. Quick pass to the outside to number 14, Wasty. And drove into the ground, it looked like by number 22, Baker.
great job initially by Wasty, though, to shake that first tackle.
Did both schools go with neon outs?
Looks like they did.
Oh, that's poor planning by both student sections.
Yeah, I think Oakwood's winning this neon out.
I would hope so.
I don't know, the cheerleaders are participating in it though for West Carrollton.
That's true.
And it looks like West Carrollton jumped.
Yep.
And
So,
that's just those mental disciplined errors.
right.
It's going to make it second and about 1. I'll tell you what, the refs are not getting happy with this clock operator.
I believe Zach Lutz is going to air one out here. Take a shot. And I believe it's going to go to Irvin Kimmerer.
Oakwood doesn't have a play clock either, so I don't know if it's going to be delayed game or not. Lutz back to pass, throws it out to the far side, hauled in. Yes, it is.
Wow. Perfect pass by Lutz right there.
That looks, is that number 5 or 4? I can't tell.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 threw it. Never mind. He can't throw it to himself. Don't laugh at me, Lewis. It's week 1. I'm allowed to make a mistake.
Oh, no, you're all good.
Was there a flag?
Man, like I said earlier, these penalties on Oakwood have been killing them.
How are you going to call the false start that late?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I mean, I think that was definitely one of Zach Lutz's
I
best
didn't even see a
passes of
flag
the
come
night.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one to see come back for the Lumberjacks.
So we'll have to see what Coach Jay Lane has in store here. I believe that I think they're going to run the ball, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lutz takes another shot.
Lutz going to keep it himself. And he'll be back to about where the play was before. Pick up about 4, maybe 5 on the play.
Tackle made on that play by Anthony White.
Actually, it's enough for a first down, so gain of 7 on the play for Lutz on his first quarterback keeper. Oakwood in no time getting up the line, getting everything called out. Going to be a handoff to number 11 and hit immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Not a great run there from number 11, Brady Toby. It looked like he kind of hesitated there in the middle of the field. He kind of got pushed back and only got 1 yard.
Tackle made right there by James Baker.
If you couldn't tell from the West Carrollton crowd. It's got to be Baker's family behind us.
6 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Lutz back to pass. Looked like it might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage, but powering through, picks up a first down and inside the 10. And a flag comes in late, and I didn't get the number who hauled that one in.
Number 9, Urban Coomer. Man, wow. And he was still standing on his feet. He was never brought down.
Yeah, he's got about 3 guys on him trying to take him down.
Yeah.
Great toughness right there.
I think the flag might be a late hit out of bounds.
So Oakwood looking to stack onto their lead right here. Great field position, good momentum for them. See if they can capitalize.
I think it might be...
No, it is holding against the Lumberjacks.
Oh, my.
Man. West Carrollton's going to take a timeout here. So Jarrell Freeman's going to talk it over with his team. See if they can come up with something to stop this momentum from Oakwood, although it came back. And
Well, the Oakwood Lumberjacks, we're seeing a new set of offense right now. I mean, Zach Lutz is looking like a whole different guy. And, you know, you have Urban Coomer, number 9. I mean, we just saw that last play. I believe it just got, did he get called back or no?
yes, it did.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that was showing his athleticism. So if the Oakwood Lumberjacks keep this momentum going, I think they can put it in the house.
Right. It's eliminating some of those mental errors, and I mean, the Lumberjacks are right there. They've had multiple great plays. I mean, they're showing great stride in their offense and starting to kind of break through this West Carrollton defense. Just need to eliminate those penalties and they can capitalize on the score.
I like the cheerleaders pom-poms for Oakwood. I like the different colors.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Matching the neon theme. Lutz to pass. And is hauled in almost immediately by Michael Wasty.
That's going to make it 4th down. Oakwood here, fringe of field goal range, or are you going to go for it on 4th and...
They say it's 2nd down. I don't know if the...
It was 3rd down when we took the timeout.
Yeah, I think the chain game might be wrong. I'm not sure. But they say it's 2nd down. And Lumberjack and Lutz with the ball. Gives it to Braden Devine. He's going. And he's going to be stopped short of the end zone. And the Lumberjacks are going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah, so the Lumberjacks look like they're breaking through the West Carrollton defense here. I mean, West Carrollton defense has been, really good thus far, showing a lot of pressure, but looks like the offense of the Lumberjacks is starting to take over.
Yeah. Another run up the middle, stopped. It'll be 2nd down, or 2nd at the 7.
Great tackle there from Joseph Ingram. Second and goal for the Lumberjacks here. Obviously, they want to come up with 7 points on this drive. I don't think they want to settle for a field goal.
Let's back pass, throws it to the far side end zone, hauled in. Touchdown.
And there he is. Number 14, Michael Wasty, his second of the game. And he's gonna put the Lumberjacks in front, 12-0.
Wasty's been everywhere so far.
Yes. And it looks like it's both Jacks right now. And Oakwood, like I said last time, going to go for 2 here to keep it 7s on the board.
I think Lutz is gonna. I think he's gonna pass it.
I think he's going to run it. Wide open. Looked like number 7.
Noah Taylor for the 2-point conversion. Lumberjacks are up 14-0 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the second quarter.
All right, West Carrollton now has to really, just hold on to this ball, not let Oakwood get the ball back. You can't let them score again, or have the potential to score again. And then go back and regroup at the half.
Right.
Because right now, 14 points is manageable. Your defense, outside of this last possession, had 2 great stops early in the second quarter. But the offense just unable to get anything going.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, looks like it's been a lot of miscommunication, a lot of just mental errors on the offensive side for West Carrollton.
Got a Jolly Roger flag over here in the West Carrollton student section.
Oh, I like that. This is a very important drive coming up for the West Carrollton Pirates. It will set the tone for them going into the second half.
Looks like we're going to have Romanowski on to kick off again for the Lumberjacks. Nice high kick going, fielded at about the 12, or maybe the 8, sorry, wrong side of the 10. And knocked out of bounds. Oakwood swarming it on the defense.
Great job by Oakwood special teams. And a great kick from number 17, Lucas Quintero Romanowski.
Yeah, so critical drive right here. I mean, not only, obviously, they're trying to put their first points on the board and then go into half, regroup in the locker room with some momentum, but also they cannot give Oakwood this ball back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Oakwood with 3 timeouts, definitely wide open playbook if they get the ball back.
Yeah, they can really capitalize. So, key for this drive is be careful with the ball, but also try to get a score.
Oh.
Taylor broke that one, tackle spot, the spin move, and he will have a first down, I believe. No, about a yard short.
And I thought he was
Officials are going to stop play.
Looks like we have an injury on the field.
And yeah, you see Taylor, he just kind of got sat down on top of another Oakwood defender, and then nice spin move out of that.
Obviously, West Carrollton doesn't have a lot of players on their team, so if anybody goes down, it's not
Here,
great.
take a look at the replay.
Oh,
Yeah, he just sat on, looked like he sat on his own teammate, number 11, Larry Mills. So Oakwood's going to go to their sideline, injured player.
Always never a good sign to see a player go down,
Yeah,
no matter what team it
always hate to see that. Looks like they're getting him up now.
It was number 77, for the Pirates.
It's Joseph Ingram.
That'll be hopefully nothing serious. That's a big loss for basketball season, too.
Absolutely. They're one of their best player, actually, on the basketball side. And the biggest guy on this team, standing at 6'5", 280 pounds. So obviously the senior going down is never a great sign for the Patriots. But good sign to see him get up with the help of the trainers.
Yeah, that's a big loss for West Carrollton, but hope for the best and hope
I
he
mean,
can
you said
recover.
he's 6'5". We saw him walk in front of us. He's not, the trainers aren't doing anything. That's a catch! Those tip drills, West Carrollton, that one comes out in their favor.
Wow. Hauled in by Xavier Hoxie right there.
It reminded me of the game Plinko. I mean, it bounced off 4 players' helmets, and it was boom, 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 and it just magically went in his arms. So a little bit of a lucky catch by West Carrollton, but they'll take anything.
Yeah, we'll see if this is the spark that they needed to get into at least field goal range going into this half.
Points on the board at this
point.
point is crucial.
Flag on the play.
Homework back to pass, throws it to the far sideline. Incomplete. And even if I think he came down with it, he was out of bounds. He ran out of bounds. The official threw his head.
I believe there's a flag on the play.
Intended to number 9, Kenyon Palmer. Or Kenyon Palmer.
Yeah, there was a flag on the play, I'm pretty sure. Holding or blocking the back by West Carrollton.
Looks like a hold where the spot was, so they're only going to lose about 4 yards from it. Homework fakes the handoff, throws it quick to the outside. Incomplete.
You can't miss a wide open guy like that. I mean,
No, yeah. This is, I mean, as far as this half goes, this is crunch time for West Carrollton, and these are the mistakes. Obviously, you can't make them. It's a quick pass out to the right for Homework, and they've really just been struggling on both sides of the offense, passing and rushing, and they really need a big spark to get this offense going a little bit.
2nd and 15. 2:08 left here in the first half. Our MVCC game of the week for week number 1. Homework going to the far sideline. There's a hold. Hauled in, stays on his feet, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Pirates. For Damian Yao.
And there's the spark they needed.
what a throw. That's going to be a West Carrollton Pirates touchdown. Number 0, Damani Yell. Wow. And there goes the Pirates flag down the West Carrollton sideline.
And really, it was a 50-50 ball, and just great eyes by Damian Yao to come down with that ball. And West Carrollton gets on the board here, and there's still a minute 59 seconds left in this half. So if the defense continues to play how they played earlier in the game, could see a second chance for West Carrollton to put some more points on the board.
And it seems like Joseph Ingram is on the sidelines kind of doing a light jog, so it looks like he might go back in the game for the West Carrollton Pirates.
Snaps good, holds good. It is no good. I don't know if it was maybe tipped, but it was short and wide right.
Missed kick from the West Carrollton Pirates, but they still get points, 6 points. So that's always good. So it's going to be 6-14 Lumberjacks ball with about 2 minutes left in the second half. I mean, just like we were saying, that's just the spark they needed.
Right. I mean, struggling with the ball offensively whole game to this point, and then throwing it up there, 50-50 ball, it comes down perfectly for Yao. And like you said, the spark they needed, and points on the board, that's going to boost the sideline morale, and we'll see how they handle the pressure the rest of this game.
Well, the West Carrollton crowd, they've been wanting to cheer for something all game, and when we saw Daniel Yao come up with that ball, I mean, the crowd exploded. The Lumberjacks going to try to put some last-minute points before the half ends. So I believe that, we're going to see that arm from Zach Lutz. We've seen it a little bit during this game, but we haven't really seen that play from Zach Lutz yet. So there's a very strong chance we could see it in this possession from the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, I agree completely. And now it's up to Oakwood to see how they can respond to that score.
It's going to be hauled in by... Wow.
And a hit on the play by Brian Ederer, sophomore, 5'9" linebacker. That had this West Carrollton crowd hype.
This West Carrollton crowd is really into the game. The Oakwood Lumberjacks crowd is, obviously we're kind of far away, but it seems like they're not really into it.
No. The Oakwood can hear that on this on that side too.
But they have a good-sized student section, and like you were saying earlier, they're doing the team very well, better than the West Carrollton Pirates. They really showed out.
Maybe a little bit of a delay on the play coming in from the sideline. Lutz out of the pocket, going to step up, throw. Lutz taken down after pick up about maybe 5 or 6 on the play.
And great toughness by Zach Lutz right there. I mean, that's not easy to get hit hard like that and taken down, and he's really being a leader, but he's getting right back up. And good gain, too. Good runners. He gained about 5 or 6.
Quick pass to the outside, incomplete, in and out of the hands of number 9, Krumerer.
So I talked to Zach before the game, and I asked him, what has the coaching staff emphasized the most heading into this game? And he said, building on what we had last year. We were good. We were in a good position, and now it's about getting over that hump. So about 3rd and 5 for the Oakwood Lumberjacks here. 1 minute and 23 seconds to go.
Quick pass, Lutz is brought down in the backfield for a sack. And West Carrollton calls a timeout quickly with 1:12 left here in the first half.
That's Caleb Buckner on the sack right there for West Carrollton. And that's huge.
Yeah. And now West Carrollton has the ball with 1 minute and 12 seconds left. I mean, this game could be totally different just with 2 drives from West Carrollton. So very impressive. It looks like a totally new team just from these last couple minutes in the second quarter.
Now we'll have to see if they can keep that momentum on offense. I mean, what kind of plays they're going to run. I mean, they've had a little bit of success on both sides their last few offensive drives, but especially with the pass, obviously, with that pass and touchdown to Monty Yao.
West Carrollton's got to put a little bit, and there's going to be, the refs are going to stop it. I was about to say, well, Oakwood needs to put a little bit more pressure on that side that Buckner's coming off, because he has gotten through the last 2 possessions. That last one with that big sack on Lutz.
Yes.
And you see there he's in a standing formation now, so he's going to, he slipped. Romanowski gets it off. And Oakwood, or West Carrollton let it roll out at about the Oakwood 40. It's going to leave us with a minute left here. West Carrollton, 2 timeouts. West Carrollton should have 1 timeout remaining.
And good news, number 77, Joseph Ingram, is back in the game, playing on the O-line. So it's good that he recovered from that brief injury quick.
And that's great to see for West Carrollton, obviously, with his size and presence. It's not easy to get past that block, so that's huge. It's huge for them to have him on the offense.
Boomerang in shotgun. Nobody make the handoff. Going to the far side to Yao. Yao in and out of the hands.
Good defense right there by Noah Taylor on the Oakwood side of things.
If I'm West Carrollton, I'm going to that again. I mean, the last two possessions, they went with that throw. Yao has been able to beat the defender deep. Able to get that quick move on him at the line of scrimmage and get out.
So West Carrollton shooting for the stars here with a minute left.
Now Yao's going to come over here on the side closest to us. Boomerang back to pass, going out in the middle of the field. Intercepted.
And that is Brady Toby.
I don't see how there's not a flag thrown. Number 6's hand was held up against his chest, so he couldn't make the play.
I mean, Brady Toby, second in the game. I mean, Michael Lacey, 2 touchdowns. Brady Toby, 2 touchdowns. 2 juniors that have had a huge impact in this game. And the Lumberjacks, they have the ball with 53 seconds left. There, Lutz is going to air it out. Look at Michael Lacey, Urban Coomer.
Looks like this clock is going to run. Oakwood's looking like we're not going to take a timeout. Obviously, you don't want to risk a turnover here.
That's going to hand that one off. And that one will probably do it for the first half of our MVCC Game of the Week here in Week 1, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. West Carrollton trails 14-6 for the Oakwood Lumberjacks, as both teams are going to go into the locker room, and we'll see what they work on and talk about and what second half adjustments need to be made. And we'll be back for the second half and talk about it as well here. All right, welcome back inside Matt Cummins Stadium as we get ready for the second half of our MVCC Game of the Week, brought to you by Jersey Mike Sub. And we have a little bit of a barn burner here. 14-6, the Lumberjacks of Oakwood lead the West Carrollton Pirates. First half, how do you guys think it went? Lewis, let's start with you on the Oakwood side first.
I thought that the Oakwood Lumberjacks came out strong at the start, and the West Carrollton Pirates, towards the very, very end, we see a totally different team.
And Oliver, on the West Carrollton side, they started off slow, but the last half of the second quarter really proved to be better for them on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I completely agree. Obviously, they started off really slow offensively, and then they ended up getting that great pass off, probably boosting a lot of sideline morale and just general team morale. And obviously, they had a huge sack, and just a lot of really big key plays to kind of push them forward to a good ending of the half. And we'll have to see if they can keep that momentum going into this half. Obviously, they're down 8 right now. But if their defense continues to play the way that they've been playing, I would not be surprised to see West Carrollton come back and potentially tie this game.
Yes, this first drive is going to be huge for both sides of the ball. Oakwood trying to build a little bit of momentum back. West Carrollton, if they can build off that momentum, that scoring drive before the half ended, and if they could get the ball back and put points on the board, all momentum would be on their side. It's going to be 4 here to kick off for the Pirates. The kick return from Braden Devine. He's running and gets tackled. Upended there. Looks like that number 33 for the Pirates.
It's going to be Brian Ederer. Had a big play earlier in the game also.
Lumberjack offense is back on the field here. We're running, probably talk at halftime for some changes to be needed, so let's have more time to throw the ball.
That's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage. Might have been number 44 with the initial hit. No, there's no 44. Maybe 54, Marquise Zachary.
Yeah, and there's that blistering defense that we saw all of the first half already. And if it continues to be like that, it could lead to turning the ball over and getting some good field position for West Carrollton.
We're going to have an injury timeout, I think the PA guy said, so both teams will go to a sideline. They're going to call them back.
The O-line for the Lumberjacks has not been playing great at all today. Zach Lutz has very short amount of time to get that ball out of his hand. And it goes back to his 3 varsity starters out week 1.
Left high snap, hands it off. It's going to be a big hole, first down across the 50, back out to the outside, and tackled at about the 35. That is number 11, Brady Toby.
And here comes the Lumberjacks down the field. Good blocking by the Lumberjacks to give number 11, Brady Toby, the lane to get a good run. And as the night gets darker, the lights get brighter.
Hudson handing it to Toby. And they pick up a 3 on the play. And that's going to be an offside with encroachment.
So another one of those mental errors right there.
Carrollton's had a few of them tonight. And right there you had a chance if you could have stopped there, make it 3rd and long, but now it's 2nd manageable for the Lumberjacks.
See how Oakwood adjusts right here. Near their own end
High
zone.
snap. Toby with a big hole. Gets across first down.
Rushing game for Oakwood starting to shine late here. Both teams struggled running the ball, in the first half, but a couple of good plays early in the second half for Oakwood here. I believe that's going to get the ball right back to Brady Toby here. And Toby keeps it himself.
Lets us smack right at the line of scrimmage.
No, actually, the backup quarterback is in.
Oh man, that was number 10, Alexander Lee.
Yeah, so something might be wrong with Zach Lutz early in the game. Not a good sign for Oakwood at all. I mean, we saw it last year. If Lutz goes down, they go on a losing streak. That's what happened last year. They had Lutz for the first 2 games, and they won, and then after he got injured, it was a train wreck. So hopefully nothing too wrong is happening with him.
Big hole to the outside, and Toby in from 16 yards out, we'll call it.
And number 11, Brady Toby. We've seen him on defense. We're seeing him on the offensive side, and that's another Oakwood Lumberjacks touchdown. Looks like Oakwood might have figured out the secret to practice defense. A couple of really great rushing plays early in this half, leading to that score, and that's a huge score right here. I mean, depending on if they kick the PAT or if they go for 2, it looks like they're going to attempt the kick here.
It's going to be, I don't have an 18 on my roster. Kick is up and kick is good, and might be in the trees in the outside the stadium.
Looking at 21-6 now in favor of the Lumberjacks, so shades of first quarter right now as West Carrollton has to overcome another half and see if they can get their offense brewing. Obviously they struggled with their offense, getting a good start the whole first half, and they had late sparks, but we'll have to see what approach they take offensively. They attack in the air on the ground.
Right, like we saw in the first half, Oakwood took their first possession in the first quarter, went right down the field and scored. And about as many plays. And now West Carrollton down now 21-6, has to find a way to put points on the board here. Kind of keep some momentum on their side that they worked hard at the end of the first half to get.
serious injury. Because like I said earlier, it might not for this game since they have a comfortable lead, but if you look in the future for the Oakwood Lumberjacks season, that could be a huge crack in this team's morale, playing, the locker room, the whole, everything about this team. Mackey's going to have the kick.
And offside flag will be called against the Lumberjacks.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
A rare penalty you'll see in a football game. Offside for the
It
kickoff.
hit me. Oh my God, there's so many people
So
standing.
a chance for West Carrollton here to get a little bit better starting field position on their offense.
Holy, huh? I don't know, but you can't catch a football. I've seen them drop it like sometimes.
And we'll have to see what our coach, first-year head coach Terrell Freeman, takes and how he guides his team to a potential score.
Still a long time here for the West Carrollton
Looks like they're about to kick.
Pirates to come back, but they need to go now. I mean, they can't hold back till they hold back. The fourth quarter's going to end and it's game over.
Yep, it's going to be all gas, no brakes.
Decent starting field position. Oh my goodness! I can't see the number on that, but he found somebody and hit him.
It looks like that was Caden Greer with the run back. Not quite sure who had that tackle, but I believe that was the freshman, number 33, Andrew Wasty. Fun fact about him, he's a 3-star in basketball. One of the highest rated freshmen for his class in Ohio. And I make the argument that maybe he shouldn't be on the football field. If you're that good, I would say on the floor, don't get injured. But obviously, it's not stopping him from playing, and he just made a great boom tackle on the kickoff.
Yeah, so nearly 4 minutes in, it's been all Oakwood so far.
We're going to hand it off up the middle, and just like in the first half, West Carrollton runs up the middle and not gaining anything.
And it seems like West Carrollton's almost been limited this far in their play style. I mean, it seems like it's been a lot of runs up the middle that have been mostly unsuccessful, lots of passing shots, running up the sideline, and obviously they got that one 50-50 ball, ended up being their first points on the board, but have to wonder if they're going to try to shake it up at some point in this half.
Totally agree.
We're going to hand it off again, bounce to the outside, but again, first one misses, but there's 3 more Lumberjacks there to take him down.
I'm the offensive coordinator, John Workman.
Injured player, that's going to be number 12, Javian Taylor, down for the Lumberjacks. Or is that number 11, Larry Mills?
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I mean, you got to change something quick, because obviously this offense is not working. You have your players injured. Running the ball hasn't been quite successful this third quarter.
Right, I completely agree, and it's got to be frustrating for the defense because they've been giving them plenty of chances. They've been doing their jobs for the most part. Obviously, they've let up 3 scores, but with that being said, there's been plenty of stops also on their end, and they've been making plays too.
Well, the offense is not helping out the defense at all. I mean, the defense is, only giving up 3 scores is impressive, but the offense is not taking any time off the clock, so the defense is right back out there again. Even if they don't get points on the board, if you can take 2 or 3 minutes off the clock and just let the defense get some sort of rest, they might be able to force something over.
I completely agree, and I think, this goes with Oakwood. I think a lot of these West Carrollton players play both ways. So, a lot of them are not getting breaks. I know, for example, Joseph Ingram, he's playing both sides of the ball, the big man. So, it's obviously frustrating. You're successful on defense, and then you go to the offensive side, and it's completely different.
3rd and long here for the Pirates. We kick under 7 minutes left here Bloomberg back to pass, chased out of the pocket. He's going to have to roll, throws it on the run, and it is intercepted by the Lumberjacks. There's a return here, cuts it across field. There's a flag on the play, but it will be a touchdown, depending on what the flag is.
And it seems like just Connor Hemmerich is just really getting lost under the pressure here.
Was that Toby again? Is that his third pick?
I think that was either Brady Toby or Urban Coomer. I couldn't tell. But besides, if it was Brady Toby, I mean, third pick and having one touchdown, I mean, that's ridiculous stats. I mean, we have another player down, and I can't tell who's injured. But like I said, same way with West Carrollton, you know, any injuries for both teams is detrimental. You know, Zach Lutz going down, like I said earlier, what a huge loss.
I don't even understand why is this player down. How did he get this far back here? I mean, that was a quick interception, so
Maybe a late hit. I don't know. I didn't see.
Looks like it might be dealing with some cramping.
so the touchdown will count for FC. And the penalty was on West Carrollton, I believe, on the return.
As the mental errors start to stack up, this game's just getting slightly out of the reach of West Carrollton Pirates.
West Carrollton doesn't get any easier. They go on the road at Greenville next week. It's kind of a similar ground and pound offense out of the Green Wave. Then their first home game is the first week of September. They host Troy. Troy, if I'm not mistaken, are coming off a pretty deep playoff run last year. Never mind, they went 6-5 first round. It was 2 years ago, Troy.
And it looks like
Yeah,
number,
Troy went to regional finals.
number 7, Noah Taylor. He's walking off fine. I think Owen, you guessed it right. Probably with a cramp of some sort. I think that'd be best case scenario. You know, going ACL tour or anything like that. The student section is I don't know. You don't want to see, you know, your own Oakwood player, you know, out for the season. Because Oakwood has experienced that. Their starting running back, Sawyer Morgan, he had a ACL tour in his basketball season. He was a starting running back last year, and he's out for the whole season. This last senior year. I mean, that's just terrible.
And that was Brady Toby with the interception in the return. So 3 interceptions. Brady Toby, he's the player of the game. I'm calling it now. I don't care.
Yeah.
If somebody is the backup quarterback for Oakwood throws for 400 yards. You got 3 picks and a defensive touchdown. If that extra point is good.
Well, I asked Brady Toby before the game, what's your favorite post-game meal after a big win? I mean, it's looking like the Lumberjacks have a good chance for that. And he said, steak with a protein shake. You can't beat it. I totally agree, and it's looking like he's going to get that steak. Well deserved with 3 interceptions.
So with Hummer throwing 3 picks, I want to see if we're going to see a change at the quarterback position as well here for the Pirates.
Yep, I completely agree. I mean, and obviously for first-year head coach, I mean, I know we've touched on it a lot, but Gerard Freeman, that's not an easy choice. I mean, that's quarterback is obviously the leader of your team, and having to take him out first game of the year, it's got to be a tough decision, but you also have to do what's best for your team at this moment. And as of right now, it looks like what's best for this team is probably not Connor Hemmerich.
Other quarterbacks they have listed is number 4, Jason Fuller. They also have number 14, Braden Healy. And I see quarterback change coming out this next possession for the Pirates. Romanowski on to kick this one off again for the Lumberjacks. Oh, are we going onside?
So West Carrollton starting off with some decent field position here as Oakwood tries to switch things up on the kickoff.
Let's see if Zach Lutz is back in the game. Not sure.
haven't even ate all my hot dogs.
Oh, it's for our defense. Oh my god. That's on me.
I'm
No, it's okay.
Thank you.
But I'm keeping my eye on Zach Lutz,
Thank
number
you for my
5,
full
because
tummy.
like I said, that's, top 3 players. Probably your, most important player on the team as, the leader and being the quarterback. So like I said, if he goes down, the Lumberjacks, they have a long season out.
Yeah, 100%.
Boomerang back to pass. Take 2-step drop, throws the middle of the field, incomplete. Intended to number 2, Devin Bird. Feel like we haven't called this game since the first quarter.
Yeah,
Henry just continues to struggle, and it's unfortunate to see as he's having a conversation right now with Joel Freeman, and
Are you serious? Oh my god.
I hesitate to say I'm somewhat surprised that they're sticking with Henry this far in the game with this many mistakes, but at the same time, you have to trust your quarterback. That is your team leader, but again, you have to do what's best for the team, and obviously Joel Freeman thinks that Kyle Henry is the best answer for the team at this point in the game. If West Carrollton's going to abandon the run, this is going to be a long night. If they're going to go 3 and out of possession, it's going to be a long night for the Pirates.
yeah.
We're going to go empty here, shotgun. 2-step drop, he's going to pull it up, and he's going to be sacked. Here we have about a gain of 3.
Why did everyone appear at the freaking
So I'll give you a Zach Lutz check. I believe that number 10, Alex Lee, is warming up on the sidelines, getting that arm ready. So I believe he's going to come out in the next series. And I don't believe Zach Lutz is just resting because the Lumberjacks are up and they're giving a young quarterback time. I mean, he was in last possession, and that was still a relatively close game. So, like I said, hopefully, he's not season-ending injury. I don't know what happened, but we'll figure out after the game. 2-step drop, throws in the middle of the field. It is complete for the Pirates, stays on its feet, and then upended at about the 16. That passes to Devin Bird. Looks like just a crossing route coming across the middle of the field to the left, and I hesitate to say that might have been the best ball I've seen him throw this far in the game. I absolutely, totally agree with that. Everything was right about that play. You look at the O-line, good pass protection, and receiver, they come up with it. So I totally agree with Owen. Best play from the quarterback all day.
Go team, go team.
Boomer back to pass. 2-step drop, steps up in the office. He's going to step up and run. Looks like he's tackled by number 14. Wasty play both ways? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. And I saw number 69, Hudson Francis, get brutally pancaked by number 77, Joseph Ingram. I mean, put some syrup on that pancake. That was, I don't know if you guys saw that, that was pretty nasty. And we have a Oakwood Lumberjack player down. Never a good sight to see.
Why is everybody getting hurt, bro? Stop. Hey, can we not get hurt? Hey, can we not get hurt? Let me hear you say. Hey. Hey, we got some crowd shots. Hey, we got some crack hits. Let me hear you say. Let me hear you say. Hey. I've never been so blown in my life.
Yes.
No?
Pirate side trying to come to life here a little bit.
I told him my mama.
Throw to the far side. Is that a touchdown?
I believe it is.
It is.
The call. And like Owen said earlier in the game, All gas, no brakes, and that's what the West Carrollton Pirates need right now. This cuts the lead in half.
My friend Dana's house, we'll probably go swim. She lives like over by Charlotte area. My
Take a
camera.
look here at the replay of this last touchdown. Nice cut in. Going for two here, the Pirates are. Cut the lead in half. Throws it to the far side. Incomplete. And it's good. Cuts the lead in half. Builds a little bit of the momentum. Remind you, that was a short field there for the Pirates as the Oakwood went for the onside kick.
She sounded disappointed, but she's like this. Hey, that's a good shot. Hey, that's a good shot. Let me hear you say, hey, 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 O-I-E-I-O-U.
Good pass protection from the West Carrollton O-line. And we are starting to see a shift of momentum here. And how can the Oakwood Lumberjacks stop it early?
Let me hear you say, hey, 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 E-I-O-U. Okay, bro,
Are we going to see an onside kick here from West Carrollton? Maybe steal possession. Impressive toss from the ball boy. I believe they're going to target the left side if they're going outside. That's my prediction. It's going to be a return here for the Lumberjacks. Now West Carrollton, they got to come up here, force a quick 3 and out if they want to have a shot to get back in this game.
Let me hear you say, hey,
And like I said, Alexander Lee, number 10, is in at the quarterback position. So the young sophomore, his first time being the varsity quarterback, can be a handoff. And I believe last year this quarterback didn't really play a lot of JV. So from that, I don't think he's going to air out the ball. Like we saw just there, they're going to short run game, short bubble passes, because I don't think they have full trust in this young quarterback. This is literally his first minutes in a varsity game. Yep, I completely agree. They're definitely going to try to take it a little bit slower with him here. Try to get him warmed up a little bit probably before they get him passing this ball.
Mama Media Papa. No, bro. Mama Media Papa Production.
And get across the 50. There's a late flag in there too.
Jay Berg, or like whatever his name is. Joe Berg. Did Berg.
Oakwood looks like they're, oh, never mind, they're moving the chain gun.
You're gone. What's his name?
We're going to say face mask against the Pirates, so that's going to move it up 15 more yards.
Jared? Always told me some crazy stories about Jared. Really?
So lots of just mental little mistakes for the Pirates that just keep on building and building and building, and
I don't know if he's lying or not.
ending up
There was like a gray story. I
profitably, you could say, for Oakwood.
Was that why the doors locked?
I totally agree.
They were getting wrapped.
Now it's time for the Oakwood Lumberjacks to use those penalties for their advantage. They got a false start. West Carrollton might occur. I think Oakwood got him to jump.
And then Richard is like, Richard, no! Camera 3! You're doing so good!
It's going to make it 1st and 5 now for the
Can you even see me?
Lumberjacks.
Being number 0, bro. I would hate that. Can you even see me? I know, I've tried. I don't know why.
Yeah, this is great field position again. And that's 20 yards right there, just off of, again, these little mental errors that end up being huge.
Let me hear you say, hey.
Well, as Carrollton gets some pressure on this quarterback, maybe get him to throw early or maybe get him footsteps, but they're just going to keep running it up the middle. Won't be enough for a 1st down.
He ran.
We haven't seen the young quarterback throw the ball at all yet. They've just been running the ball. Honestly, that's not a bad play call by Coach Jay Lane. Because right now it's working. The Lumberjacks using these penalties, and they're running the ball well.
Let me hear you say,
2nd and 7 here for the Lumberjacks. Actually, they lost 2 on the play.
Can we get a W in the chat, please? Can we get a player 0 in the chat?
2nd and 2, sorry. The scoreboard operator. Slow. High snap. Quarterback keeper. He'll have the 1st down.
That was good. Oh! Eat that. I couldn't find the ball. I lost the ball. But I just followed the crowd.
Another 1st down there picked up by the quarterback from his legs.
Free, what do you do, boy?
Like you said, Lewis, no passes yet for this quarterback.
I feel bad. They're so hard on
Honestly, I don't think they need a pass at all. They're running the ball perfectly fine. Just keep doing. If the run game's working, keep running the ball. They're successfully picking up 5-6 yards on every carry. There's going to be a handoff to 28, and that'd be their worst rush of the 2nd half. Owen, what do you think is going through this young quarterback's head? 1st time in a varsity game, don't fumble. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there's lots of nerves right here. And, the first time he hears Coach tell him, we're running this play, and it's a time where he has to pass. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be nervous, he's going to be shaking, he's going to be afraid of the pressure, but he's got to be calm and collected and just get that ball out there. Totally agree. Quick pass out there to number 4, Divine, and he's going to be in. And then a late flag comes in once again, and another one, and another one. Looks like we got some extracurriculars out there in the left corner of the end zone. Do either you want to throw a flag on the play too? Because I feel like everybody was involved in that one. Yeah.
We got 586 minutes.
The kicking unit is going on the field, and that will be number 9, Herman Kimmerer, with his 1st touchdown. Oh, that was number 9? I thought it was 4. Was it number 4? It looked like 4. Okay. Braden Devine, the senior. Yes, it was number 4.
Audrey said they
I
did that thing
believe
where,
number 19,
okay, tell me when. And then you're like,
the kicker, Connor Mackey, is in for the game to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Puts them up 35 to 14 now.
you're welcome. Oh, wait, and we didn't. You're welcome.
And I think just having trouble spelling jacks or something because you're running backwards. The J is supposed to go at the front. Yeah, they're spelling jacks for us right now.
Look at the band, bro. There's something. They got them flashlights.
And the band is waving their phones, flashing their phone lights. time to leave. They're signaling it's time to leave. Not a bad series from the young quarterback. I mean, it seemed like he kept those, nerves calm and collected. Obviously, we didn't see him throw the ball at all. But, if the run game's working, you're going to run the ball. And it obviously worked when they got an Oakwood touchdown. And with running the ball, that chewed up a ton of time on the clock. So the West Carrollton Pirates are only, working with 1 minute and the full fourth quarter to come back and win this game. Yep, we forgot the penalties. It's probably going to lead to a touchback here for the Pirates.
Ow, get out of my shot.
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. Don't kick it out of bounds. And he must have got to go inside the pylon. So just under a minute here left in the third quarter. Lewis, how do you think they're going to attack on offense for West Carrollton? Do you think they're going to start with a pass, or do you think they're going to try to build up with the run game? The pass game for them haven't really been working. Really same with the pass game. But last drive, we saw them pass the ball a little bit more. We saw the quarterback have a couple deep passes. So I believe they're going to start with the pass game, and I think continue the pass. If I was a coach, that's what I'd do. I think West Carrollton calls a run this side over here is going to be rough with displeasure. I mean, you're trailing 35 to 14. You don't have time to be running the ball. Yep. Homework back to pass, throws it middle of the field. It is in and out of the hands of Bird. I don't know, that might have been tipped. Is that number 11 there? Yeah, Brady just over. Don't throw it his way.
I've never been
at all.
We literally have moved 0.4 seconds.
Football field is 50.5 yards wide. Don't throw it that way.
Who's this? Class of 2029. Oh my god, come on. You are Unk, bro. Sawyer Dole followed me. Oh, who is that?
Second and 10 for the Patriots. Or for the Pirates.
Bro.
Homework back to pass. Going to the sideline. It is incomplete. It is! Hauled into Damani Yao. That was a beautiful pass. Landed right in front of us. Beautiful over the shoulder pass there. Just sneaks right into the basket. Yeah, he really got that ball right where it needed to be.
That's so odd, actually. That is really odd.
First and 10, just inside the 50.
I've literally, she's literally never asked me that ever. When I asked to go over to somebody's house. And then before she got back, she goes, no drugs and alcohol.
Homework, low snap.
Okay.
Rush down the pocket. He's going to take off running, and he's going to slide down. He could have at least went another 6 or 7 yards. Yep, I agree.
I said, okay, like, I'll go. And she goes, I'm serious. Like, what? I should be aware.
Bleacher coaches behind us.
She thinks I'm like...
They've been there the whole game.
And then she's like yelling at me after the game.
Yep, so Freeman better watch out.
Like, while we were like leaving from like...
I'll go up a boxing class
She's
for
talking
fight.
about like having sex and like how me getting broken down. Yeah, me
See
getting
if they're
broken
going to let this clock wind down. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. Righty, wait, there's 20 seconds left when the ball was spotted. I don't know. But that is how the third quarter will end in our MVCC Game of the Week for week number 1, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Oakwood leading 35 to 14 over the West Carrollton Pirates.
It's always when you make a good decision for yourself to make a jump. No, literally, like She was like, I'm not trying to be like that, but yeah, she did. And she did fucking too before she got pregnant with my brother. No, but she was like, yeah, no, like I've always said like be transparent so we can get it and like that, so I know you're safe and that we're safe about it. And like to my doctor, and she's like, yeah, this isn't an excuse for you to be a slut. Blah 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 blah.
That's so stupid. I don't understand that at all. Bro, I don't know, man. Jealous mom. It's always the moms that get jealous that like didn't get that high school experience that we did. They act like that because they didn't get to like have a teenage life, but that's their own choice.
All right, we'll get ready to start the fourth and final quarter here. West Carrollton looking at about a second and 5, trailing 35-14. Last two plays by West Carrollton quarterback questionable. Slid very early when he could have picked up a first down, and then wasted the last 20 seconds of that third quarter. It's going to be a quick handoff to
That's a bunch of big ass.
number 12, I believe. Yeah, and the running game for West Carrollton continues to just kind of not be there. I mean, no, nothing up the middle of fourth all night. I do not understand why they're going back. And you're trailing by 3 scores. Why are you even running the ball? I mean, right. The pass game has been half decent so far. The running game has been, pretty horrendous. So I don't understand why they're running the ball. I totally agree with my coworkers here.
Are you serious?
It's okay, Amy didn't like narc out so much. But like, she was like,
It's going to be a false start against the offense. I think number 0 might have flinched. Ooh. Yeah, there it is again. I mean, they just keep stacking up and stacking up with these mental errors, and it's got to be frustrating. I mean, it's costing them a lot of yardage. It's costing them a lot of time, too. I mean, why are you sitting there taking the full play clock? I mean, you know that you just got to get downfield and get in the end zone at this point. You don't have time to sit and look at progressions and all that. Bullock's got to get rid of this quickly, and if he doesn't, he's going to be put in the ground like he has numerous times tonight. Yes. Remember, Drexler is going to keep running the ball. That clock's just going to slowly get to the 0 mark. Like right now, they've already wasted 17 seconds. Boomer going to the far sideline, intended to Bird. Bird holds it in, and Bird will be in! And there it is again. That's Devin Bird. And again, with these sparks in the offense, just taking shots. I mean, West Carrollton, they're throwing it up there, and it's working out for them. All of us three up here, we're on the same page. We said you got to throw the ball. Guess what the quarterback does? He throws the ball, throws a great over-the-shoulder pass once again, and delivers a touchdown for the West Carrollton Pirates. And they're going to go with the extra point.
I was just one down off.
No, maybe not. No, they're going for 2. I think, yeah, they're going to go for 2. Yep. Don't really know why, but I guess you just try and get as many points as possible. Mark back to pass, throws it middle of the field. It is hauled in. It is good. 35-22. The Lumberjacks lead the Pirates. 10:40 left. Now this defense, they're going to have to reach down like they did at that end of that second quarter. They're going to have to do it here again here at the fourth. Yeah, and with the size of West Carrollton's roster, they're really showing a good fight. Because, like we said before, I mean, there's players playing on both sides of the ball, and that's just great. Great on them to keep doing as well as they're doing on both sides of the ball. Now, do we think they're going to go onside here? Or I think you got to try to maybe steal a possession here. You got to go onside. See, they got two kickers out there, 33. Ederer. I know he's 5'9", and he's listed as a linebacker. Okay. Here's looking going to the top of the screen would probably be the best for the onside kick. Now they're just going to swing it down the middle, and it's going to go into the, oh, it's not in the end zone. Build up ahead of Steam, still on his feet, one man to beat, up to the outside, that's Devine. And finally brought down by number 7 of the Pirates, but deep into Lumberjack territory. His name is Braden Devine, and we've seen him a couple times tonight, and a great return. And the Lumberjacks are in their own territory, and they're going to look to finish this game. And if the Lumberjacks score here, it's going to be owed to that run back, and that could be the final nail in the coffin if there is a score here. What started out as a bad play there, both Carrollton and Oakwood letting it not roll into the end zone. The young quarterback's then asking questions to his receivers, and I think they're going to run the ball. And we're going to get a timeout called by Oakwood. However, I mean, this young quarterback, he's back in. What do you think they're going to do once again on this drive?
See, I think I can see two possible outcomes here. I think obviously they're going to try to run the ball as much as possible, try to chew this clock down as much as they can and secure this victory. However, I think if they have a couple successful rushing plays, they get the yardage that they need to get closer up to the end zone. I think they're going to try to surprise them, catch them off guard, and they're going to try to put this one away with a touchdown.
Absolutely, I absolutely agree with that one. And it seems like the West Carrollton Pirates, the D-line's getting a little tired. And their main guy, number 77, Joseph Brown, he's definitely feeling tired. And, this Oakwood Lumberjacks offense, they've had 2 good drives back-to-back. And, they have the momentum right there on that kickoff return. So definitely, I feel like the Oakwood Lumberjacks have the upper edge. 4 out of the 5 defensive linemen play the offensive line too. So this West Carrollton team is just getting, they're on the line too, or on the field too much. Hand off to Toby. Jared, you predicted a low-scoring game. Looking like it's pretty high. Well, you're not right all the time. We'll see how both teams bounce back next week and see if this will be a little bit lower scoring affair between the two. Let's see, Oakwood, they next week will go on the road to Bethel, a team out of the Three Rivers Conference. And West Carrollton will go and play Greenville on the road as well. The 3rd and 3 for the Lumberjacks. Oakwood lining up with 3 wide to the top of the screen.
Try to get him to jump offside there.
Get the free first down. Toby knows quarterback's going to keep it. Stopped at the line of scrimmage and then burst through. Oh, no, he got the first down.
So we got a 4th and 1 right here.
It seems like the Oakwood Lumberjacks are going to go to a run called the Avalanche. The play that they do when they try to just get 1 yard. And here comes the Avalanche. Looks like it will be enough for a first down.
Yep.
Why do they call it avalanche, Lewis? Say what again? Why do they call it avalanche? They call it avalanche because they have, tight ends on each end, so they pretty much have like 7 all linemen, and they're all crashing down. You have 3 fullbacks. So, sometimes they have some trickery that they do. With those 3, one is the lead blocker, and I've seen the Lumberjacks do avalanche, and they've gotten massive plays.
My screen
They do
is
that against hard teams like Valley View. They're definitely using avalanche a lot. Okay.
Like, you can see.
That run goes nowhere, stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I gotta use the really small camera.
Shooting lots of clock here, though. We still haven't seen the young quarterback throw the ball. Oliver, do you think that surprise is going to come out soon? That touchdown to Divine was a throw. Well, what's a throw? He slipped out of the back. Okay. Yeah, so he's 1 for 1, but I don't see, not with clock running, I wouldn't throw it here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. To answer your question, I think they're trying to avoid it as much as possible.
Well, we're wrong, Oliver. And it's a broken tackle there by that's Krumer, I believe. They call us wizards up here. You know what's next. Wrong tonight. Good thing we got 2 weeks off before we're back in the booth. Week 4. We can practice this a little bit more.
2 for 2 now on the newly named starting quarterback.
First and goal for the Lumberjacks. And really, they've only moved the ball 17 yards from the kickoff. It's going to be a high handoff. Minimal gain. But the clock keeps on ticking. 6:18 and counting. High snap. Quarterback Lee's going to keep this one. I don't know if I'm Lane. I don't know if I want to be doing that, not knowing if Lutz is going to be out. I'm not having my quarterback take a run. Yep. No. It's going to be a timeout taken by West Carrollton. And I know their 3rd string, his name is number 6, Ian Weaver. He's a pretty tall kid, standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. So if Alex Lee goes down, that's the next guy up, and that's their whole quarterback locker room. So they would realistically, if it gets down to the 4th string, you're looking at Michael Wasty, your most valuable guy on the offensive and defensive side. So, the Lumberjacks might win this game. We don't know what's going on with Zach Lutz, but there could be a greater loss that we don't know of. Because, like I said last year, injuries hurt this Lumberjacks team, and especially your leader and your starting quarterback that's had impressive stats when he played. Him going down, that's just straight up, it's just terrible. So hopefully, like I've been preaching, nothing is seriously wrong with Oakwood's starting quarterback, number 5, Zach Lutz.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Obviously, like you said, last year ended kind of unfortunately for him, and so obviously we have to hope for the best that it's nothing serious. As there's a pass here, taking a shot at the end zone.
That intercepted. It's a touchdown. And the West Carrollton fans are really, really upset.
The sideline referees disagree with that call.
Look at the replay here. I'm not sure. From the replay, I don't know who got the ball. I don't know if that was a great call by the refs,
I guess so.
Yeah. I think that's as 50-50 as it can get, but
Here we're going to take a little bit slower view.
yeah.
Oh, I say that's an interception.
Yep, I agree. I think they got that one wrong.
I mean, that could be a game-saving interception. You know, shave off those 7 points that the Lumberjacks just got. Now you have the ball. With 6 minutes-ish left, and then you go for an onside kick. If you score a quick touchdown, you're looking at a whole different ball game. And the refs they're talking right now. But obviously, it's talking about how wrong they were. Yeah, I mean, they're talking right now. I think it's probably sadly a little too late. I mean, that's definitely a play they're gonna look back on film, on Monday or tomorrow in practice, and it looks like an interception. The coaches are they're gonna go nuts in that at practice tomorrow in the film room. I mean, it's a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, that's interception all day.
Yep.
Got to keep the fans behind us happy.
I mean, and rightfully so.
It's a high, booming, I don't even know if you call that a squib. Here's a big return. That is number 3 for the Pirates. I think that's the first time we spelled his name tonight.
Yep, that's Anthony White.
I mean, the Lumberjacks, the West Carrollton Pirates, they're going to need a miracle. There's no other way to say it. I mean, they have,
Heads up by our replay department. Getting the angle for that. Being able to slow it down, too.
they got 5 minutes and 32 seconds left. I mean, it's going to take a miracle.
While
Yep,
you
they're just
play
gonna have to.
until it's over.
Just gonna have to leave it all out there right now. I mean, as they do a little bit of a sweep right here, and I have to say that's certainly an interesting play call at this stage in the game when you're down about 3 scores.
I mean, we've preached it over and over again. That deep ball is working for the Patriots, or for the Pirates. I mean, I don't understand why you're not, doing the things that you've been, good at. Running the ball obviously is not working for them. Passing the ball is. So I don't agree with the coach on that one. So I believe that they're probably going to air it out right now.
Low snap. Hermert back to drop. He's going to tuck it, run.
Number 58, Finn McCarty, is limping a little bit. I've been talking about Finn McCarty, almost the whole game. He's the leader on the D-line and O-line. Looks like he's fine, but you never, you don't want your key players injured, especially with, we don't know the status on Zach Lutz.
Right. Finn McCarty might have to be throwing the ball around here in week 6 if it gets to it.
Have to go to their kicker, Lucas Romanowski.
It's going to be a delayed handoff. Cuts it back across the field. Has the first down. Now a flag. A holding penalty against the Pirates.
I think they're going to go for the deep ball here, 3rd and long. I mean, they'd be foolish to win the ball. So they're going to take a shot here.
3rd and 17, you have to.
Yep, it's the only option here.
2-step drop. Humrick steps up in the pocket. He's going to tuck it, run.
And the Oakwood Lumberjacks D-line giving the quarterback pressure, so he has to scramble outside. He picks up
About half of it.
Yeah, but they still 4th down. This is crucial. If they don't get this, they lose the game. I mean, there's no shortcutting it.
All right, 4th and 6 here for the Pirates. Late substitution in. Like we said, the deep ball along the sideline is the thing that's been working for them.
Yep, so this is likely for the game right here if they can't convert.
Humrick back to pass. There's the middle of the field. Tipped and almost intercepted, but incomplete, and that will be a turnover on downs.
So valiant effort right there by the Pirates on offense, but looks like Oakwood's going to get the ball back on offense. Probably going to try to run this thing out as much as they can. And it looks like we're, in all likelihood, barring a miracle, going to see Oakwood walk away with a victory.
This is the most points I've seen Oakwood put up in a game in 15 years of doing this. If they hold on to win, this will only be the 2nd win that we have covered here at MVCC for an Oakwood win in football. The first one came back in 2014 against Valley View on the road. They won 29-28, trailing 28-14 with 6 minutes left in the game.
And
Be a run right up the middle. West Carrollton not looking like they're going to use their timeout, so they probably will just let this one tick away.
so I just got status on number 5, the starting quarterback, Zach Lutz. And I got note that he apparently got poked in the eye and his eye's bleeding and it's red. And, that's obviously really painful. But I would say that's probably a little better than an ACL or, something torn. So
Yeah, you can play week 2 with an eye patch.
Alex Lee, the young quarterback, he's been doing just fine. Filling in the shoes for the starting quarterback.
Right, came in 3 for 3 with 2 passing touchdowns in the second half.
So it looks like the Lumberjacks have a good future, but obviously they need their starting quarterback, Zach Lutz, because they're facing, their schedule's just going to get harder. They're facing big dogs like Valley View, Bellbrook, Waynesville. Those are not easy wins. Eaton, Brookville.
You got Valley View and Waynesville back-to-back weeks. That is not going to be good for you guys.
Yes, I absolutely.
That right there, if you can get one of those 2 wins, that'll be a huge momentum build towards the playoffs. If they're still above 500, I'd say going into the last 3 weeks of the season. Because right now, new rule change, only the top 12 go to the playoffs now. So the top 16. Because this one's going to wind down. A minute and a half left. I think it's safe to say Oakwood to hold on to this one. Like I said earlier in the game, Braden Toby, the player of the game, 3 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. I think he even has an offensive score.
Yeah. Yep, so looks like Oakwood's just going to run this one out. And great first win for Oakwood. I mean, they've shined in multiple aspects of this game. I mean, their defense has scored points. They've gotten multiple interceptions. Obviously, Toby has been the star of the game for them. And we just got the good news from Lewis that Lutz is not horribly injured. and will likely not be out for very much longer. So week 1, it looks like it's going to be a decent season for Oakwood, to say the least.
Handoff there, Toby carries that one. Probably, it looks like, and it will pick up the first down. Like I said earlier, we will be off for 2 weeks. We will be back for week 4 in the Spirit Chain battle between the Fairmont Firebirds and Centerville Oaks, week 4. I don't know who will be joining me in the booth yet. Oliver has not let me know, so Lewis, you might be on deck.
All right. I interviewed Brady before. I interviewed him. What's your favorite post-game meal after a big win? Well, hey, Brady, enjoy that steak with a protein shake
Well,
because you earn it.
Hopefully they kept the grills on from over there at the concession stand and throw his steak on there now. As the clock's going to wind down and West Carrollton is going to fall week 1. Oakwood's going to win it 41-22 in our MVCC Game of the Week opener presented by Jersey Mike Stubbs. Like we said, player of the game will be Brady Toby. 3 interceptions, a touchdown, and a touchdown on the ground as well. Signing off for Jared Bergstrom, Oliver Nitz, and Lewis Holzberg, and the rest of my Valley Communications crew. We will see you all in a couple weeks.